There are several objections raised by people in the UK regarding granting migration status to those arriving by boat. These objections generally fall into political, economic, legal, and social categories. Item 1. Legality and border control. Many argue that arriving by boat is illegal because most of the migrants cross the English Channel from safe countries like France, meaning they are not fleeing immediate danger. Concerns that granting asylum or migration status to those who arrive this way encourages more people to attempt dangerous crossings, leading to deaths at sea. Some believe that it undermines the legal immigration process, where people follow official channels to apply for asylum or visas. 2. Economic concerns. Some worry that an influx of migrants places additional strain on public services like the NHS, housing, and welfare benefits. Fears that migrants may undercut wages or take jobs from local workers, although studies show mixed results on this. The cost of housing and processing asylum seekers, particularly when they are placed in hotels or temporary accommodation at taxpayer expense. 3. Cultural and social integration. Some feel that a large number of new arrivals, particularly if they do not integrate well, could change the cultural identity of local communities. Concerns about crime or antisocial behavior, although statistics do not always support a direct link between migration and crime rates. The idea that the UK should prioritize its existing population, especially given economic challenges and the cost of living crisis. 4. Political and sovereignty issues. Some see migration as a failure of government policy and believe the UK should have stricter control over its borders post-Brexit. The argument that the UK should not be seen as an easy option for asylum seekers, especially when other European countries are available. The perception that international agreements, such as the European Convention on Human Rights, limit the UK's ability to deport or refuse asylum to those arriving illegally. 5. Fairness and precedent. Many argue that prioritizing those who arrive illegally is unfair to those who go through the proper legal channels. Fears that granting status to boat arrivals will encourage more people to attempt the journey, increasing the numbers arriving in the future. The idea that criminals or trafficking gangs profit from illegal migration and that allowing it to continue enables exploitation. While there are many objections, others argue in favor of granting migration status based on humanitarian reasons, economic benefits, and international legal obligations. The debate remains a highly contested issue in UK politics.
Yesterday, the immigration minister said that uncontrolled migration threatens to cannibalise compassion in this country by importing different lifestyles. What do you think he meant by that?
What he means is that unprecedented and uncontrolled illegal migration is placing unacceptable strains and pressures on communities all around our country. Whether it's a hotel which has now been fully occupied by asylum seekers, whether it's the cost to the taxpayer, whether it's the criminality which is very closely linked to many people coming here illegally. We see that there are many people coming here illegally who are then getting involved in drugs, who are getting involved in violent crime, who are getting involved in prostitution. All of that is at odds with British values. All of that is unacceptable behaviour. We need to deter people from making the journey in the first place. That's why I encourage everybody to get behind our measures in the bill.
So you think people that cross channel in small boats have different values to the British public?
I think people who come here in a small boat are behaving unacceptably. They should not be getting in a flimsy plastic dinghy in the depths of winter at night, putting their own lives at risk, sometimes putting other people's lives at risk, paying thousands of pounds to a people smuggling gang in the hope of a life in the UK. That is not acceptable behaviour. It is breaking our rules. It is abusing the generosity of the British people, and that's why we need to stop the boats.